Venus in the fifth house. So we got some fire here again. Venus in fire placement is always like a very, very attractive Venus, right? Like first house, like ninth house. So Venus in the fifth house is, yeah, just a very, very fun person usually. They are very inspiring, they're very energetic, they have this kind of ignited childlike spirit, and they're always full of ideas and very interesting, just like very interesting to hang around with, and they're always up for action, and people just kind of enjoy their presence. They also really prioritize fun above everything, fun and creativity and expression, and they just love living in the moment and having fun and enjoying life. And yeah, they just are the life of every party because they're so natural in their self-expression. They feel like very confident in their self-expression, and they don't shy taking center stage and having everybody look at them and being the entertainer. It's all things that come very naturally to them. So unless you know unless you are a person that really dislikes people who are very extroverted and like to be in the center of attention, usually you will love Venus in the fifth house because they're just entertainers, like natural entertainers. How they see themselves, I guess, is very, very similar to that as well. So they see themselves as very real and authentic. They feel like they always, express what they think. They're always like very natural in how they act. They don't shy away of asking for what they want. They're just very, very real. And self-expression, yeah, just comes very natural to them. They're not very inhibited in like trying to step into a romantic connection or expressing their desire, expressing their love, expressing even what they think. They make obviously great actors and artists and entertainers of any sort because of this natural and very, very free expression. So yeah, they see themselves as very energetic. They feel this kind of energy and desire to create and to express themselves. It's like a very, very deep desire within people who have Venus in the fifth house. So creativity is super, super important to them, and they will always, like in one way or another, have their life center around some creative activity. In love, they see love and relationships also in a very similar way. It's a way to express yourself. It's a sphere of life where you can express yourself, like express your fire, express your desires. So for them, attraction is a very big deal because they act upon very like natural instinctive impulses. They will always act upon attraction. They are not people who are going to take a long time to assess if a relationship makes sense or not. They are just, carried away by attraction and by passion. So if they feel it, they're going to act upon it, and they're just gonna go for it. They're gonna like try to talk to the person that they feel attracted to, try to immediately like steer the whole interaction into a very, like flirty mode, and they are not shy at all when it comes to this. Yeah, so when it comes to romance, they definitely prefer the romance and the passion over longevity or practicality. It's not things that they connect with relationships at all. For them, all relationships is fun and the butterflies in the stomach, and the crazy nights out together and the candlelight dinners and the romantic road trip. So the roses they send you, there's a lot of romance and a lot of creativity that they put into relationships, which makes them really, if nothing, it makes them an unforgettable lover. But yeah, they are not very serious about it all, right? For them, love is a game, it's a play. And as long as they're having fun, as long as both of you are having fun, it's all right. And when they're not having fun anymore, then, well, is this still love? They wonder. It's like if it's not fun, if it's not enjoyable, they think like, this is not love. Love is supposed to just be fun and enjoyable. This is kind of, take it as you want it, but it can be a downside for some people, for others not. But yeah, they are not the ones who are going to be good at sticking in and solving problems if the relationship lacks fire, passion, and fun and romance. So yeah, they take love more on the easy shoulder and they don't think very far ahead, but they are always open to a wide range of romantic experiences at any point. And since they approach romantic contact with such an open-heartedness, like they have this childlike, spirit, and they're so natural and so, I don't know, they are just like, shining, exuding love and then passion. So they're very, this kind of energy is very attractive to a lot of people because they really make an effort to give the other person a great time, and they're generous and creative and inspiring. So it is just always like a fun and a great time to hang out with them. Sometimes for some people it might be a little too much that they kind of expect you to have the same enthusiasm and give the same energy back, and not everybody is super enthusiastic about romance. So they kind of do expect some affirmation or appreciation of what they're doing for you. I mean, they don't do it consciously in order to get that, but yeah, at some point, if they like create this amazing, surprise for you with a candlelight dinner and, music and everything, they expect you to react accordingly. Otherwise, they're kind of disappointed. Yes, it's if nothing, it's always gonna be a very unforgettable teenage kind of romantic experience because they have no fear, they just risk it and they go and they completely immerse themselves in this romantic experience and confess their love to you. But yeah, when they do it, you just can't take it very seriously because all it is for them is a game, and this game has no rules, or at least they won't communicate the rules to you. I think the only rule that there is like, as long as it works, it works. If it doesn't, if we start to argue, if this gets kind of dry, I just might be gone. So soon, like something starts to not work out or become more difficult, they sometimes tend to just leave and move on, because for them love is kind of, a game of trial and error. And they get with you, they play, and when the fun is over, they go. It's like, again, this kind of childlike spirit. And the fifth house also represents children, so that's, where this all comes in. They have a very childlike approach to love, just the same way a child thinks about a game, they think about romance. So if a game is not fun anymore, they're not going to play it anymore, right? So to actually, like, pin them down is more difficult. It will require a very energetic person, a person that is always new, always interesting, always up for fun, very lighthearted, just as them, doesn't take anything too seriously, and has a very, I don't know, let's say, light way of dealing with conflict, resolving conflict, not through like a heavy conversation, but maybe resolving conflict through just being like, hey, let's forget what happened and let's go on a journey together, or let's create a music piece about this problem we had together. Let's do something creative with it. This could be approaches to problem resolving that would appeal to a Venus in the fifth house. But everything that is too heavy, they just can't really deal with it. However, they are also not very good in dealing without romance. So they need always to have some kind of romance in their life, because they derive a lot of sense of self-worth from being appreciated and acknowledged by their romantic partners. So they are kind of always on the outlook for some kind of romantic experience to get this, affirmation that they are attractive, that they are lovable. And if you kind of fail to give that back to them, if you fail to react with appreciation and enthusiasm to all the things they do for you, they might get, like upset. Not directly communicated, but they might, feel unvalued. They might just want to leave. So they do need this, this giving back of appreciation and enthusiasm for all the things they do, because they are very generous. Like, they will do a lot of things for you and try to give you a great time. But yeah, first of all, that doesn't mean that they're going to stay, and second of all, they want you to appreciate, like clearly appreciate what they are doing for you. Yeah, so I think that sums up Venus in the fifth house. And let me know what you think. Venus is in the fifth house.